They don't get hooked on your appearance, your wealth, or even your words. Women become captivated by your energy. It's how you remain steady while others falter. The way you enter a space like you own it, because deep inside, you know you do. It's the quiet confidence that says, I don't need her. And paradoxically, that's precisely why she's drawn to you. Most guys believe attraction comes from piling on more compliments, more effort, more focus. But the real secret, attraction is about stripping away. Remove the need, the pursuit, the clutter, and what remains is you. Raw, present, unyielding. In this video, we're diving into the psychology of attraction, exploring why some men linger in her mind, unforgettable, while others are quickly dismissed. This isn't magic or mystery, it's timeless Stoic strength wrapped in modern masculine clarity. If you're tired of overthinking, overinvesting, and being ignored, this is the shift you've been searching for. Stick with me, because by the end, you'll view attraction in a whole new light. 1. Stop seeking approval. She'll pursue you instead. Let's get real. Nothing kills attraction faster than craving her validation, needing her to like you, to affirm your worth. That's not strength, it's desperation hiding behind a forced smile. Women sense it instantly, but here's the twist. The moment you stop chasing approval, when you're at ease in your own skin, when you're not performing for her attention, everything shifts. Suddenly, her tone softens, her voice lowers, she leans closer, not because you forced it, but because you didn't obsess over it. Most men act like approval addicts, constantly trying to impress, entertain, or monitor her reactions. Did she smile? Did she like my compliment? Should I text now or later? That's not confidence, it's emotional roulette, betting your worth on her response. But the man who doesn't seek approval, he walks in knowing who he is. He doesn't need her nod to feel complete. That inner strength makes him magnetic. Picture someone trying too hard to win you over. How does it feel? Needy, off-putting, right? You pull back. But when someone's comfortable, not performing, just present, you're drawn in. That's how women respond to men who don't chase approval. It's primal, neurological. When you stop seeking her validation, she starts craving your calm. Your energy becomes her anchor, addictive without her even knowing why. Your voice stays steady, your tone unshaken, your presence authentic. That's modern stoicism in masculinity. Not emotionless, but centered. Not cold, just immune to validation games. The key? You're not earning her affection, you're letting her earn your time. Most men give that power away instantly, overinvesting the moment they sense interest. They flood her with compliments, texts, and attention, breaking their own rhythm to match hers. But you'll hold your value quietly, knowing your presence is enough. Sometimes, the deepest attraction isn't loud or performative. It's a subtle shift. Her voice softens because she feels safe to be feminine, sensing you're not desperate for her. That's when she wonders about you, when you become unforgettable. Share in the comments. I don't chase validation because when I stop needing her to see me, she starts looking. 2. Attraction thrives where validation fades. Here's a harsh truth most men miss. Validation kills mystery. The second she feels she's fully figured you out, the spark dims. If you hand her your heart on a platter from day one saying, "You're my everything, the most beautiful woman I've ever met," she doesn't feel cherished, she feels trapped. You've gone from a man to discover to a man she can predict. And predictability kills desire. Attraction isn't built in clarity, it's forged in the shadows of uncertainty. Women are drawn to mystery, just like they're hooked on novels or drama series. Not because those men are flawless, but because they don't reveal everything at once. They leave space, silence, unanswered questions. And women crave questions more than answers. Men often think constant validation creates safety, but without mystery, it breeds boredom. She doesn't fall for the man who worships her. She's captivated by the one she can't stop wondering about. Why is he so calm when others react? Why doesn't he text back instantly? Why isn't he fazed by my beauty? These questions keep her up at night, looping in her mind when you're not around. This isn't about playing games. Stoicism is about presence with restraint. Your value doesn't come from how much validation you give, but how little you need. The Stoics said self-control is true power, and that holds today. The man who resists the urge to fill every silence, who can sit in discomfort without rushing to please, stands out. Imagine this. She shares a story expecting you to gush over her charm. Instead you listen, smile, let the silence linger longer than most men can bear. In that space, she starts performing for you, leaning in, trying to impress. That's the shift most men miss because they're too quick to give unearned validation. But you're patient, grounded, knowing attraction begins where validation ends. Drop this in the comments. Mystery fuels desire, because when I stop handing out validation, she craves every bit of it. 3. Her emotions align with your frame, not your words. Most men don't get this. A woman doesn't respond to what you say, but to the energy behind it. You can claim confidence all day, but if your voice trembles, your body tenses, or your eyes dart away, she won't buy it. Why? Because women don't just hear, they feel. They sense the tension in your posture, the doubt in your tone, the insecurity you mask with words. This is where frame comes in. Your frame is the invisible belief you carry, how you view yourself and the world, the unshakable energy you bring. With a strong frame, her emotions naturally follow yours. If you're calm amid chaos, you set the tone. If you're steady when she throws drama, you control the rhythm. If you hold eye contact during her tests, you prove your world doesn't crumble. That's frame control. Women test your frame, not to break you but to see if it's real. Every sharp comment, delayed text or subtle tease is her subconscious asking, can you handle me without losing yourself? If you beg for approval or react defensively, she sees weakness. But if you stay calm, smile, and respond without flinching, she feels trust. Women don't fall for sweet words, they fall for the man who holds his center in a storm. The Stoics said we suffer more in imagination than reality. When you master your inner world, no test or drama can shake you. And when she sees that, she leans into your strength, feeling safe. The less you react to her chaos, the more she respects you. The stronger your frame, the more she softens. Try this. Next time she teases, pause, smile, hold the silence, and watch her scramble to fill it. That's Stoic mastery. Comment, the less I react, the more she invests. 4. Scarcity isn't about wealth, it's about you. Here's the raw truth. Women aren't drawn to your bank account, they're drawn to your scarcity. Not a lack of money, but a scarcity of you. If every guy she meets is desperate for her attention, quick to text, ready to drop everything for a date, she stops valuing them. Why? Because we treasure what's rare. A man with purpose, discipline and standards stands out like gold. He doesn't chase or beg. His time is valuable, his energy sacred, his attention earned. Women sense this instantly. A man without scarcity texts constantly, cancels plans, waits by the phone. A man with true scarcity is calm, selective, his life already full. It's not arrogance, it's authentic value. The man who can live without her becomes the one she can't live without, because she feels respect. Marcus Aurelius said distress comes not from external things, but from your perception of them. If you see her as your entire world, you'll suffer when she pulls away. But if she's an addition to your meaningful life, you hold your frame. That's the energy women crave, the man who doesn't need them, but chooses them. Test yourself. If she stopped texting today, would you collapse or keep pursuing your goals? If it's the latter, you've embraced masculine scarcity. Comment: my time is my currency, and not everyone can afford it. 5. The nice guy trap. Let's debunk a myth. Being too nice doesn't win her love. It often repels it. When you're overly nice, thinking pleasing her will earn affection, you shower her with compliments, agree to everything, avoid conflict. The result: she feels bored. A man without boundaries or edge becomes predictable, and predictable isn't sexy. This isn't about being cruel, it's about self-respect. Women admire men who value themselves. Constantly bending to keep her happy signals you don't believe you're enough, and that kills attraction. The guy who never disagrees or says no isn't a partner, he's a servant. But the man who says, no, that doesn't work for me, with calm strength, commands respect. Women chase men who are kind but not weak. Kindness with backbone is magnetic. Kindness without it suffocates. Epictetus said, "How long will you wait to demand the best of yourself? Demand it. Set boundaries. Love built on respect lasts. Love built on weakness doesn't. Try this. Next time you're tempted to say yes just to please her, pause. Ask yourself, am I doing this out of fear she'll leave? If so, say no and watch her respect grow." Comment: I'd rather be respected than tolerated. 6. Perception over reality. Attraction isn't logical, it's a feeling, not a checklist of accomplishments. A man might think, I have a good job, stability, why not me? Because her choice isn't based on facts, but on perception. If she sees you as confident, you're attractive, even if you're still figuring things out. If she senses insecurity, no credentials save you. Women respond to the story they tell themselves about you. Do you carry yourself with certainty, speak with worth, walk like you belong? If so, her emotions follow before her mind catches up. You can't control her thoughts, but you can shape her perception through your posture, tone, and self-respect. Stoicism teaches we control our responses, not events. A man I knew, with an ordinary job, walked with such calm certainty that women were drawn to him, not for his reality, but his presence. Attraction isn't about what's true, it's about what feels true. Comment: perception creates reality. 7. Emotional safety. A woman might find you physically attractive, laugh at your jokes, even fantasize about you, but without emotional safety, she'll never fully open up. Safety isn't weakness or passivity, it's strength. The kind of man who doesn't flinch at her emotions, who stays centered when she's upset, who doesn't fold under stress. When she knows you won't waver, she trusts, softens, and attraction deepens. Most men think attraction comes from impressing her, but it grows when she feels safe being raw, messy, emotional, complicated. Stoicism's power lies in emotional certainty. You acknowledge feelings but aren't enslaved by them. Test yourself. When she's upset, do you panic, argue, or calmly listen and hold space? If it's the third, you're giving her what most men can't. Once she feels that safety, her walls drop and attraction becomes devotion. Comment: strength creates safety, safety creates love. 8. Why women test men. Every man wonders, why does she test me? She's not testing to destroy you, she's testing to reveal you. Steel proves itself in fire. A man proves himself under pressure. Her teases, delays, or questions aren't rejection, they're her subconscious asking, are you as strong as you seem? Most men fail, getting defensive or seeking validation. But the high-value man smiles, stays grounded, and responds with calm strength. The more she's into you, the more she tests, because she wants to trust your strength. Next time you're tested, see it as an invitation to prove your unshakable core, not to her, but to yourself. Comment: tests don't break me, they reveal me. 9. Leadership, not control. Women don't want control, they want leadership. Control demands obedience. Leadership inspires trust. A man with vision, who knows where he's going, makes her feel safe joining the journey. Leadership isn't barking orders, it's clarity, responsibility, showing you can handle life. When plans fail, do you freeze or calmly decide and move forward? Leadership invites trust, and women follow trust over force. Comment: real men don't control, they lead. 10. The lasting attraction. Looks fade, money fluctuates, passion cools. But respect, desire and love together create an attraction that endures. Respect is her mind admiring your strength. Desire is her body craving your edge. Love is her heart feeling safe. Focus on all three, not just one. Earn respect by standing firm. Keep desire alive by staying sharp. Build love by being her rock. That's the man she chooses for life. Comment: I choose respect, desire and love, not just one. Gentlemen, these 10 truths separate average men from irresistible ones. If this resonated, hit subscribe, like, and share with a man who needs this. Most never learn this. You just did. That changes everything.